our Florida delegation and members in 22 other states because they recognize it's the right thing to do. Some of our most conservative members of our Florida delegation are on this bill, and because we're trying to reduce your rates and do it the right way with a private sector solution instead of something like Citizens. So I believe I work well with people. I have deep roots in this community, as I said. I believe in our community. I'm an optimist, and I know these are tough times, but Americans rally at this moment, and we do our best when we're challenged. And this is one of those moments we have to continue to fight and work together. We're not Democrats, we're not Republicans, we're not independents, we're Americans first. And I'm very proud of that point of view, and I will fight for that point of view. I'm also very proud of the fact, as I said, we've got a lot of endorsements. We battle over those as well, and the endorsements have been very strong from not only the newspaper world, but our teachers, our law enforcement, veterans group, and other things like that. That's important to me because I work very hard in this community. Even in the front row, David Brady is here, who ran against Mr. West in the primary. He's a conservative Republican, and he endorsed... He endorsed me because he said that he and I share, as a business person, the same types of solutions to our economy, and he found that Mr. West is unfit to serve. Mayor McDonald, very proud that Mayor McDonald of Palm Beach has endorsed me because he said he supported Mr. Shaw the first time I ran because Mr. Shaw had been supportive, and he supported me because I've been very supportive on everything from beach issues to the inlet and other things for Palm Beach. That's important for our community. But at the end of the day, it's about what we do as individuals. And I will tell you, my constituent service side is probably the most important thing to me. We could talk about the Washington issues at length. But working with veterans and seniors and things like that, I had a gentleman that came to me a while back, 85-year-old man, served in World War II, was unable to get a medal that he had earned and he had fought for. There was a fire in the veterans' record storage. He came to me and said, I would like to get my medal. And we fought for it, and we got it. And I'm very proud of the fact that when I got the chance to pin that medal on him in front of his grandchildren, that moment when he talked to his grandchildren about what it was like to fight for our country and what that really meant to him. And as he took that medal off his chest and handed it to his grandchildren, that was a moment not only were tears welling up in their eyes, but my eyes as well. That's what our country is all about. We fight for each other, we support each other. In times like this, we work together and do it in a constructive way. It's a great privilege to serve in this community, and I thank you for the opportunity to continue to serve.
Thank you very much. Now, Alan West, your closing remarks. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Mr. West.
Well, I want to thank the panel, and I want to thank the viewing audience out there, and I really appreciate each and every one of you coming out here today. We talk about endorsements. The most important endorsement is from the American people. It's from the people in Congressional District 22, and I look forward to having that endorsement on the 2nd of November. But we have had the endorsement of Vets for Freedom, Iraq Vets for Congress, Combat Veterans for Congress, National Defense PAC, the Vietnam and Gulf War veterans. I know what it means to be a veteran, and I know what it means to pin medals on people in combat when they're lying on their hospital bed. And I want to thank Congressman Clay Shaw, who is here to endorse me. Congressman Shaw served this great congressional district for 26 years. And the fact that Congressman Shaw would be here today and stand with me, I think that tells you that if he has his trust and confidence in me, then that's good enough for me, and that should be good enough for anyone else. The bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen. No one called me an extremist for 22 years when I served you in uniform. No one called me a radical then. No one said that I was dangerous. But why is it that now, at this time, that it's so hard to try to continue to serve this great nation? Because people are afraid. People are afraid who have established a ruling class elitism. People are afraid who have established some type of political class that is separated from the American people. And I think that is the most important thing that we're seeing in this election cycle. I don't go to Washington, D.C. for my own self-interest. I don't go to Washington, D.C. for any special interest. And I've had many disagreements with people in the Republican Party. But you know what? They respect me. They respect me as a principled individual and a principled leader, and that is what we must have in Washington, D.C. Because, as I said in the opening statement, our unemployment level here is at 13%. The unemployment level at the nation is at 9.6%. Foreclosures are high. The economic situation in the United States of America is unsustainable, and our national security is threatened. If you would have told me one day that there would be a terrorist or jihadist attack on Fort Hood, Texas, the place where I finished my Army career, I would have told you that was not possible. But yet that is what has happened. And if we don't have people that have been on a battlefield and looked this enemy eye to eye and understand what it means to protect your life, your liberty, and your pursuit of happiness, which is what my life has been about. The life of my father who served in World War II, the life of my older brother who served in Vietnam, and the life of my nephew who continues the legacy of service in the West family. I want to go to Washington, D.C. for one reason, to serve you. Steadfast and loyal, thank you for being here.
Thank you. If you would all take your seats, please. If you'd all take your seats. I would like to extend our thanks to our candidates today. First, though, to George Bennett of the Palm Beach Post and Michelle Gargan of the Palm Beach Daily News for his questions today. And also, from the heart, to our audience here today, for the courtesy that you showed our candidates during this debate. That is really appreciated. Thank you very much. And of course, to our candidates, Congressman Ron Klein and Mr. Alan West. On behalf of the Palm Beach Civic Association, I thank you all for coming. I thank you at home for watching. And this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for